how do we actually do bonuses and incentives? Let me quickly tell you what's worked for us. It comes back to having the narrative in your office that is not about production. So the first thing I would switch is we have to have a conversation with the team. Look, production doesn't, before you even roll out the incentives, it's unrelated. You have a conversation, you have a meeting, and you talk about, look, you know what? I was looking through our numbers, and I know we talk quite a bit about production, but really I was looking at what the money that goes into the bank. So that money helps us pay for our team, our services, our composite, and everything. And that's a different number. So really the number that matters is what's in the deposit slip at the end of the day, the collections number. Hence, when we are done with the day, I want us to print out the deposit slip, and we want to know what we collected for that day. Get the team in the frame of thinking about what they collected for that day. That's number one. When they start thinking we collected this, Judy's going to be like, oh my God, we produced 4,000, but we only collected 1,500. Now they're going to start seeing collection is the truth. Collection is the truth, because that's what in 2 days it goes into your bank account for MasterCard or Visa. So you first have them start thinking that. Then after a month goes by, you roll out the incentive system and say, hey, look, we're going to do bonuses. If we do this much in collection, this is what you get. Now, this also means that if $20,000 came in through the mail, through checks from insurances, that money counts and goes into a part of the bonus metric. Like if you hit 100,000 or 80,000 and you're bonusing everybody off a certain percentage, that number contributes to that. Because even though that the treatment was done, 3 months ago, if it still came in, that still contributes. So they're not losing anything. If the production is 4,000, you're not seeing that 4,000 for a while. Well, as the money comes in, they get incentivized. So have them know that the deposit slip or the collections is going to come in, but it's going to come in as the money comes to you, as the checks are written to you. So those two things are going to be important. And for us, a level was 80,000. Said, hey, if we hit 80,000, we're going to bonus the team, take 1,500 and divide it by everybody on the team. That's the thing. And then my hygienist, totally different structure. She was bonus and incentivized on scaling and root planings, laser curettage, and arrest and placement. My associate, their bonus structure was they're on incentives. I mean, they're on percentage. So it's whatever they do. It's whatever they do. The bonus goes to the fixed team players, which they're not making any more if they see more patients. Your front office, your treatment coordinator, your assistant, you can divide that $2,000 or $1,500 by that number. If you hit 100,000, we're going to take $3,000 and we're going to divide it by these three. If you hit 120 grand, what if we got $50,000 through patients, but we got another $50,000 in the mail? That counts. That $50,000 in the mail counts because it's actual real money. It's collections. That's how I would run it.
So do you just, can you just run the report and then see what the collection is and then base the bonus off of that? Or do you have to go through the rigor of seeing them look at the daily slips?
So, okay, good question. Your team, everybody there should know what amount of money came in for that day. So speaking about the answer to your bonus, for the bonus, you just need to know what you did for that month or that quarter based on whenever you can, I would say you can do bonuses quarterly or monthly if you want, whatever that cadence is for your team. So you just need to go deposit slip, all your collections for that month. That's what you can base your bonus on. Now, but as a good practice, as a brainwashing practice for everybody to see, the goal of the business is to treat patients, to generate revenue, and to claw that back into more value into the patients and the community. Everybody should not leave your office, especially your front office. They should not leave your practice without knowing what you guys collected. Otherwise, how are they making decisions for tomorrow's schedule? If they're just putting people on the schedule and they're like, oh, I got the schedule full. Well, the schedule's full, but guess what? We've collected on all these patients. So we're not going to collect any money tomorrow. You need to have some columns or some segments in those columns for people that we haven't collected on. So we generate revenue tomorrow. So they need to know, okay, on Tuesday, we made this much. On Wednesday, they made this much. Oh, doc, we only did $500 today. God, you worked so hard. My God, how is she going to pay us when we've only done $500? They need to know what you collected every single day. It was every day we did this. There was no exceptions. The lights would not turn off unless there was a deposit slip on my table with credit card statements stapled that my office manager had signed off on.